This is Channel 9 Eyewitness News this morning. Coverage you can count on.
There's just about 9 or 10 quick gunshots, and everybody's leaving in a hurry.
This morning, deputies in Seminole County say 10 people are recovering after being shot at a venue ahead what they've revealed about a teenager who was arrested.
Plus, the man accused of murdering Madeline Soto is set to be in court today. What's expected to happen following a grand jury's indictment.
And people in Oklahoma are cleaning up after a string of destructive tornadoes and storms ahead. The issues those communities are still dealing with this morning. 5 o'clock on this Monday, April 29th. We're approaching the end of April. Thank you for joining us. I'm Kirsten Delgado.
And I'm Alexa Lorenzo. Here's certified meteorologist Brian Shields on this beautiful Monday morning.
Yeah, it's going to be a nice day ahead, and the temperature's pretty pleasant as well to start our day. We'll be heating up as we go throughout the week. Getting a look at the numbers now as you may be starting to get out the door or thinking about that. The 60s and 70s this morning. We have some 70s, southern Volusia back into Brevard. We're at 72 now. Palm Bay, Melbourne, O'Galley, Satellite Beach, 61 in Kissimmee, low to mid 60s, Seminole, Orange, Winter Springs, back through Pine Hills, 66 now in Claremont, upper 60s in the Villages, low 60s for us, Marion County and Ocala. Just some scattered clouds around. Now, as we go throughout the day, mainly dry. We'll have a slight chance of a coastal shower, so 1 or 2 passing sprinkles or a brief shower can't be ruled out. Otherwise, mainly dry. And you see the numbers today, not bad. 78 degrees by lunchtime. 3 o'clock will be in those mid 80s. Coming up, I want to track some hotter weather on the way and those severe storms back to the west of us. All right, it's 5:01. We get a first check of our drive this morning with Alexa.
Showing you the Metro Orlando area off to a nice start. No slowdowns in Altamont Springs or Oviedo. We are seeing some pockets of construction starting to clear. Then we show you a roadblock this morning. This is John Young Parkway from Thacker Avenue to Osceola Parkway. We have a hazard reported through here. Our live and drive is heading this way. Then we have a hit and run crash on Lake Nona Boulevard and Boggy Creek Road. The Florida Highway Patrol was called on scene around 3 this morning.
Right now, deputies in Seminole County are investigating a shooting that hurt 10 people. You can see here that crime scene tape outside of Cabana Live early yesterday morning. That event venue is located west of I-4 near Lake Monroe. And Channel 9's Q McCrae's live for us there this morning. Q, deputies say a teenager has been arrested in this case.
Yeah, we're talking about a teenager who opened fire, according to investigators, right here at Cabana Live.
All right, Q, thank you. Happening today, attorneys for Stephen Stearns are set to appear in court in Osceola County. A grand jury indicted Stearns last week in the murder of Madeline Soto. Maddie disappeared in late February, and days later, her body was found in a wooded area of St. Cloud. Channel 9's Sam Martello joins us live outside of the Osceola County Courthouse this morning. And Sam, today's hearing is for an arraignment.
Right, Alexa, today's arraignment is for the first-degree murder charge that was handed down to him last week, but he's been in jail for about 2 months now since he was arrested initially for dozens of child sex abuse charges. And today's arraignment for that murder charge is scheduled for 1:30 this afternoon. We will have a crew inside of the courtroom to let you know on the latest of what happens. Live in Osceola County, Sam Martello, Channel 9 Eyewitness News.
This morning, a man is waking up in jail after a shooting that hurt 4 people in Daytona Beach. It happened early Saturday morning on North Grandview Avenue near Seabreeze Boulevard. Officers say they saw a man shoot several times after a fight. They say the suspect dropped his gun after running away. Police later arrested Misael Maldonado for attempted murder. They say he's also facing a drug charge because they found fentanyl while searching him.
Right now, the state fire marshal is investigating a deadly fire in DeLand. The fire department was called to a home on West Beresford Avenue Saturday night. You can see there the extent of the damage in these pictures. Investigators say one of the 2 people firefighters pulled from the home later died at a hospital. They say the fire started in the kitchen and appears to be an accident.
This morning, firefighters in Palm Bay say 2 weekend brush fires are now under control. The latest happened yesterday near Malabar Road and Babcock Street. Palm Bay Fire Rescue says the fire was between 20 and 30 acres large. Several homes were within the path of the area, but no major damage was reported. Before that, firefighters were called to the Space Force Annex on Saturday for a different brush fire. You can see the smoke in this video from that scene. People near the fire were told to leave their homes, but that evacuation order was quickly lifted.
New from overnight, Florida troopers are investigating a crash in Orange County that killed an elderly man. That man was in a motorized scooter. It happened around 8 o'clock last night on Town Loop and Town Center Boulevard. Troopers say the victim was hit by an SUV that was trying to make a turn. That victim later died at a hospital. The driver and 3 passengers in the SUV were also taken to a hospital for minor injuries. This morning, a severe weather system left its mark on Texas. The sheriff in Trinity County posted this video overnight showing widespread damage to a community north of Houston. More than 130 tornadoes have been reported across the country since Friday.
At least 4 people died from the storms in Oklahoma. The National Weather Service says a tornado that had winds of up to 165 miles per hour destroyed homes and businesses in many towns.
I just kept seeing pictures on the news and Facebook, and you don't know how much real damage is done to you. See it with your own eyes.
Meantime, in Ohio, officials in the city of Minden say storms destroyed nearly half of the homes there. And in Nebraska, the National Weather Service office in Omaha issued 48 tornado warnings Friday, the most ever issued in a single day. This was a big system, Brian.
Yeah, huge system, and those the advance warning was huge in this, and they were seeing this coming for days and days, but our thoughts are with them, of course. Just a massive system from north to south, still watching the tail end of it, bringing some severe weather out of Texas through Louisiana, parts of Arkansas and Mississippi, and once again, that holds back to the west of us. So for us here, we just generally have nice weather. The pattern's been holding, which unfortunately means some of the same areas that have been getting severe weather got it day after day. And for us, we just get the generally sunny conditions. Now, 60s around for many of us, a few 70s, New Smyrna Beach through Melbourne, couple 50s, just dropping off a degree into land. We're at 59. It is going to be a good start to our week. Winds will be out of the southeast, and that could just draw on 1 or 2 little showers. That'll be possible. Taking you through the day, you see the number 78 by 11 o'clock. 83 by the time we hit 3. So mid 80s for our highs. Small shower chance. I want to show you a few more showers in the forecast and hotter temps. We'll cover the week ahead next. All right, right now it's 5:10. Alexa.
We start this morning with a roadblock on John Young Parkway. This is moving southbound. You have John Young Parkway closed from Thacker Avenue to Osceola Parkway for a hazard. At this point, it's unclear why crews are on the scene, but our Live and Drive is heading that way to let us know what's playing out there. Then we show you a hit and run crash on Lake Nona Boulevard and Boggy Creek Road. The Florida Highway Patrol has been on the scene since about 3 this morning.
If you stop for gas before work this morning, you may see slightly cheaper prices.
Coming up, why AAA says we haven't seen a more dramatic change at the pump. And protests over the Israel-Hamas war continue this weekend at universities across the country. Next, the pressure school leaders are facing as graduation season fast approaches. It's 5:11.
Drone 9, only on Channel 9 Eyewitness News. Getting you closer over the scene of breaking news.
Drone 9, sponsored by StrataAC.com. You ought to call Strata.
Approaching 5:15 on this Monday morning, taking a live look at downtown Orlando. Currently 63 degrees and warming up. We'll get your full forecast coming up with certified meteorologist Brian Shields in just a moment. This morning, the batch of Starlink satellites is in orbit after a rocket launch from our Space Coast.
3, 2, 1, ignition, and liftoff. Go Falcon, go Starlink.
That Falcon 9 rocket launched from the Cape Canaveral Space Force Station just after 6 last night. It carried 23 Starlink satellites into orbit. And it was a pretty busy weekend on our coast. On Saturday night, SpaceX launched this Falcon 9 rocket from the Kennedy Space Center. It carried a mission for the European Commission. Meantime, if you didn't make it out to downtown Orlando on Saturday, you missed a good time.
A really great time. We had an awesome celebration for this year's Florida Puerto Rican Parade and Festival. Once again, the streets were filled with music, dancing, and tons of Puerto Rican pride. This year's parade was dedicated to the town of Juncos, and the theme of this year's parade was celebrating civic engagement and responsibilities. Thousands of people came out for a good time.
And it's just amazing. I want people to understand we're such a small island, but we just got a big heart.
Organizers are already planning for next year's parade through downtown Orlando.
It was an amazing event. We were so happy to be there with you for 2 hours of live coverage. Our team did a great job getting everything together, and the weather, Brian.
Weather held.
Chef's kiss. It was absolutely amazing.
So festive out there. So that was great. You did a great job. It was fun watching. For sure. Let's get you outside this morning. We go from downtown back to the coast now in Volusia County. Camera's a little dirty, but you can see the flags flying there. We're breezier along our coast. Daytona Beach, 69 degrees, sun up 6:44, and that sunset at about 8 o'clock. Those temperatures running in the 60s and 70s this morning. So it is again comfortable. Sumter County, Bushnell, Webster, Wildwood, we're in the low 60s. Back through the Villages, Leesburg, Claremont, Groveland, back into Kissimmee, all in those low to mid 60s. Lake Brantley, Lake Mary, over toward Longwood, temperatures in the low 60s. Our winds are very light inland, but along the coast a little breezier. For us in Cocoa Beach, onshore breeze at about 16 miles per hour. Melbourne, we have a light breeze this morning. Inland with the calm conditions for the most part. We do have some patchy fog around. Been watching that through Marion County. Not widespread though. Satellite and radar picture looks good where we are. All that bad weather has been holding off to the west. There's been a ton of it, unfortunately, this past weekend. That stays there. So for us, we're mainly dry. 78 degrees midday, 83 at 3. A small chance of a passing sprinkle. Future track this morning. See that southeasterly flow, mainly dry this morning, but later in the day, quick little passing sprinkle, mainly along the coast, will be possible. So a brief shower possibility. Water, low 70s, surf 2 to 4 feet, high risk grips, high tide, right around 12:30. So our numbers near 80 at the coast, 79 for us, Palm Coast and the Hammock, 83 DeLand and Volusia County, low to mid 80s, Orange City, DeBerry, 81 in New Smyrna Beach. Now here's our 7-day forecast. You can see the warming trend gradually getting hotter. Now tomorrow 86, Wednesday 88, rain chance about 20%. So throughout the week, the rain chance isn't high, but some isolated showers possible. And then Friday into the upcoming weekend, we are hotter with highs near 90. More on that coming up. Right now, it's 5:20. Let's get over to a crash with Alexa.
This is a crash on East Oak Ridge Road and South Orange Avenue. You can see delays building here in the Pine Castle area. Crews are working the scene this morning. Then we have a roadblock on John Young Parkway from Thacker Avenue to Osceola Parkway. This is closed for a hazard. At this point, it's unclear why crews have closed that road. Our Live and Drive is heading that way for a full report.
The documents used to transfer a Central Florida home to an alleged scammer have been proven to be fake.
Still Ahead 9 investigates why the rightful owner still can't reclaim that property.
And next, the groundbreaking research that could be a game changer for keeping student athletes healthy. It's 5:20.
Welcome back. It's 5:23 as we take a live look over downtown Orlando. A comfortable start. We'll have that full forecast ahead with certified meteorologist Brian Shields. Several Central Florida veterans were honored in our nation's capital this weekend. The Honor Flight organization flew veterans and volunteers to Washington, D.C. over the weekend. There, they visited the National War Memorials, which recognize their service to the U.S. The son of a 99-year-old World War II veteran told us he appreciated this trip.
I think it's an important thing to show, to show our appreciation for these guys, But I'm just glad that they're getting this honor and this appreciation shown.
His father told us he prayed for peace while in D.C. and remembers those he lost in the war. This morning, a teen is facing charges after a shooting in Sanford that hurt 10 people.
Coming up, what we've learned about an NFL player who was among the victims.
And Orlando Magic fans are holding on to hope ahead how the team is prepping for Game 5 of its playoff series following an exciting win at home.
Yeah, it's a really good weekend for us. We're watching the severe weather back to the west. I want to track a warm-up and when we'll see a few showers. It's 5:26.
Watch Eyewitness News from any device with Eyewitness News Livestream, sponsored by Bogan Munz & Munz. Choose results. Choose Bogan Munz & Munz.
This is Channel 9 Eyewitness News this morning. Coverage you can count on.
This morning, a teenager is facing charges for a shooting that hurt 10 people at this venue in Sanford.
What we've learned about the NFL player who was also hurt.
Plus, 2 deputies in Polk County are still recovering after being shot. Ahead, why the sheriff says the suspect opened fire.
And the Orlando Magic are heading back to Cleveland with their playoff hopes alive. the excitement ahead of Game 5 after a really fun weekend win at the Kia Center. Good morning. It is 5:30 as we take a live look at that Hop-In Place, the Kia Center. I'm Alexa Lorenzo.
Glowing in the night sky. Going to be very exciting there over the weekend. Again, coming up. And thank you for joining us. I'm Kirsten Delgado. Let's get you over certified meteorologist Brian Shields.
Yeah, it's a great weekend around Central Florida. Weather-wise, too, everything held this morning. Off to a good start. We'll have a hotter week ahead. We'll get into that and a few chances of some rain. Let's start with where we are now with our 50s, 60s, and 70s. Onshore breeze, New Smyrna Beach through Melbourne. So we have a few 70s, around 59 in DeLand. That's our cool spot. Mid-60s, Claremont, Leesburg, Apopka, Winter Garden, Orlando, all checking in those low to mid-60s. Same thing for us. Altamont Springs, Longwood, Geneva, Christmas, Oviedo. See a few of the scattered clouds around, but overall looking good. So planning ahead, numbers making a climb today. It'll be a lot like yesterday. By the time we hit midday, about 78. 3 o'clock, temperatures will be running right near 83 degrees. So area-wide, upper 70s, low 80s along our coast, 79 in Palm Coast. Inland warmer, Ocala will be up to about 85. Now it's going to get hotter almost each day throughout the week. I want to track that bigger warm up, look at a few showers and the severe weather off to the west of us. All right, it's 5:31. Alexa.
We start this morning with a live look at our highways. So far, so smooth in the downtown area. This is I-4 right by Michigan Street. Then showing you a crash on East Oak Ridge Road and South Orange Avenue. We do have Orange County Fire Rescue working this scene this morning. Then we have a roadblock for a reported hazard. This is on John Young Parkway. It's blocked this morning from Thacker Avenue to Osceola Parkway. This is moving southbound. If you drive through here, you'll see that closure.
Right now, a teenager is facing charges in connection to a shooting in Seminole County.
A total of 10 people were hurt. Our crews saw investigators setting up the crime scene outside of the Cabana Live event venue just after midnight yesterday. Channel 9's Q McCrae joins us live there this morning. And Q, we've learned one of the victims is an NFL player.
Right, according to his football team, Tank Dell was shot in the Sanford area early Sunday morning. And this shooting here at Cabana Live was the only one to happen in the area at that time. And we reached out to the people here at Cabana Live for comment. They didn't want to talk to us on camera, but online they say that they rented out their bar and restaurant here for a private event, and that's when the shooting happened. They say their venue here is still very safe when it comes to the event. Again, it was a private event, and according to investigators, drugs and alcohol did not play a part in all of this, at least when it comes to the 16-year-old who opened fire. He's now facing attempted murder charges. Reporting live, Q McCrae, Channel 9 Eyewitness News.
Q, thank you. Happening today, the man accused of murdering Madeline Soto is set to be arraigned on murder charges.
A grand jury indicted Stephen Stearns last week, and he was supposed to go before a judge on Thursday following his arrest, but he waived that first appearance. Channel 9's Sam Martell is live for us at the Osceola County Courthouse. Sam, it's unclear if Stearns will actually be in that courtroom today.
Yeah, Kirsten, so far he has waived every appearance he's been scheduled for, and that includes those child sex abuse charges and now for this murder charge. His arraignment for the murder charge is scheduled for this afternoon.
Gas prices in Florida continue to take some wild swings, and right now those prices are on the way back up.
It has not been a good time. The average price of a gallon of regular gas right now spiked about 9 cents over the weekend. That comes after 8 consecutive days of lower prices. The average price is about $3.57 a gallon. Speculators are pushing up the price of oil this week as well.
The SpaceX Dragon resupply ship is on its way back to Earth this morning. The capsule undocked from the International Space Station a little after 1 o'clock yesterday afternoon. The Dragon is filled with scientific experiments, research, and hardware. Right now, the capsule is expected to enter Earth's atmosphere after midnight tonight and splash down off the coast of Florida around 1:38 tomorrow morning. NASA and Boeing are also counting down to a crewed launch of the Starliner test flight to the ISS. The launch team completed its final dress rehearsal on Saturday. Veteran NASA astronauts Butch Wilmore and Sunny Williams touched down at the Kennedy Space Center on Friday. They'll spend about a week on board the ISS. The launch is scheduled for 1 week from today. Magic fans are hoping the team can ride a wave of momentum when the playoff series with the Cleveland Cavaliers continues.
The Magic used a comeback victory on Saturday to tie up the series 2 games apiece. Tomorrow's game moves back to Cleveland, and Franz Wagner was the star of the game, pouring in 34 points and grabbing 13 rebounds.
I think the competitiveness comes for sure out more and more as the series goes on. Well, for me, that's part of it, and for me, it stays on the court, honestly.
Game 6 will be back in the Kia Center here in Orlando on Friday. Very exciting time for us here in the city. Beautiful.
It was better to be a Magic fan this weekend than a Heat fan.
Yes, it was. Yes, that is some truth right there. Let's get you to our temperature trend. Tracking things throughout the week, we are going to be heating up gradually, but by the end of the week, we'll be near 90. So mid-80s today, tacking on a few degrees here and there. Friday will be on the hotter side, and that will include the upcoming weekend. Now, this is what I'm watching. Here we are, and once again, the severe weather back to the west of us. That's been rolling out of Texas into parts of Louisiana and Mississippi this morning. That holds there, and all of that bad weather has been off to the west of us. So we've been stuck with our kind of nice patterns, although we could use some rain. Satellite and radar picture, we're dry now. A small chance of a passing shower today, but a lot of 50s, 60s, and 70s this morning. 63 now in Orlando, Metro West, and the Millennia area. Winds out of the southeast, and that'll draw in a couple little showers the next few days, but the rain chance stays minimal. So dressing the kids, sweatshirt this morning, but shorts and short sleeves and the sunscreen up to 85. So coming up, I want to get to future track, time out a few showers in our forecast and the rest of the week. We'll do that next. All right, it's 5:40. Let's get over to this with Alexa.
Delays building with lanes closed on John Young Parkway. This is right near Thacker Avenue. JYP is blocked moving southbound from Thacker to Osceola Parkway. Our Live and Drive says crews are paving the road through there, causing some of those closures. Here's a live look this morning at some of the lanes blocked. Then we have a crash on East Oak Ridge Road and South Orange Avenue. We have Orange County Fire Rescue on scene. We continue to watch this. They are working to clear it this morning.
Only Channel 9 is taking you inside a new veterans clinic in Daytona Beach. Coming up, the service is now available after 3 years of construction there. Plus,
basically what they're doing is robbing you, stealing you of your house from right underneath you.
She is one of several Central Florida residents who have had their homes stolen from them through a fraudulent deed. Next, 9 investigates why she still hasn't seen justice 4 months later. It's 5:41.
Download the WFTV weather app. Get a localized forecast from Tom Terry. Just search WFTV. Brought to you by the Law Offices of Attorney Dan Newland.
Involved in a car accident? Call me now, 407-888-8000.
Give me a sound a bird makes.
Who?
This is a bird that's not sure it's a bird.
Family Feud.
Brought to you by Parish Healthcare.
On WFTV tonight, we give you a new look at the day's biggest story.
A deeper, new perspective.
Uncovering the newest breaking information live.
And breaking down new details.
WFTV tonight at 11, only on Channel 9. Traffic updates are sponsored by Mercedes-Benz of South Orlando.
Welcome back. It's 5:45 as we take a live look at Port Canaveral. Cruise ship there in the background. Certified meteorologist Brian Shields will have all the weather details from the coast inland ahead. 4 months and thousands of dollars after a woman says a scammer stole her late father's home through a fraudulent deed, this issue still is not fixed.
She's stuck paying the mortgage on a property that court records show she doesn't technically own and cannot sell. Investigative reporter and anchor Carla Ray has an update on all the steps that woman has taken and why she wants to see this law changed. 5:47 on this Monday morning, and we had quite the festive weekend.
Yeah, the Puerto Rican parade was wonderful. The Magic were great.
Yeah, a lot going on.
I wore my shirt.
Going around. Did you wear your Magic shirt? Did you really?
Yes, I did. I did.
Okay.
Oh, wow, you sound so negative.
No, I was curious.
Why would she lie about that? You gave us shirts to wear.
She didn't wear a shirt. Let's get you outside this morning in Port Canaveral. 73 degrees, sunrise 6:44. That sunset close to 8 o'clock. There are the numbers in the 50s in DeLand. Elsewhere, a lot of 60s with a few 70s. 67 in the Villages, 66 Mount Dora, Leesburg, running in the 60s. Apopka, back through Waterford Lakes, Avalon Park, Lake Nona. We're near 60 as we get over toward a Celebration. Our winds will have an onshore flow today, east and southeast. Little breezy for us in Cocoa Beach, Satellite Beach right now. That could kick in a stray little passing shower, but the rain chance is not too high, at least as of yet. Visibility, watching some of the patchy fog around Denellen, Citrus, Reddick, may catch some areas of fog, but nothing widespread. But watching that spot across Marion County. For us, our satellite radar looks good to the west. That's where all the severe weather has been. That will hold there for another day. So for us, we're looking good. Midday, we're near 80. 3 o'clock, temperatures will be in the low to mid 80s. Same thing as we hit about 6 o'clock. Future track, this is 8 this morning, going through midday. See that southeasterly breeze bringing in a few scatter clouds and a small chance of a passing sprinkle, but rain chance only about 10% or less. Water low 70s, surf 2 to 4 feet, high risk of those rips. So near 80 at the coast, inland will be in the mid 80s today. 85 degrees Claremont, 84 the Villages, 79 as we work our way to Daytona Beach, 85 in Orlando. Then tonight we'll have some patchy fog around. Numbers nice again. The days will start to warm up, but the nights stay nice, 60s and 70s for tonight and tomorrow morning. Now here's our 7-day forecast. The rain chance is not high, but throughout the week and even into the weekend, an isolated chance of a shower, 20% chance tomorrow and again on Wednesday. And you see the numbers warming upper 80s Wednesday and Thursday, and then Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, those highs will be right near 90 degrees. More on that warm up coming up. It's 5:49. Alexa.
This morning, we're watching John Young Parkway right near Thacker Avenue and Osceola Parkway. We've had some construction last a little longer than expected, so we had road closures through here, but our live and drive shows us that those crews are picking up the cones and we're starting to see some progress. We have at least one lane open right here. This is John Young Parkway this morning, again, right at Thacker Avenue near Osceola. Then we show you Boggy Creek Road at Majestic Oak Drive. Some slight slowdowns through here, but nothing too significant where you'll need an alternate.
Thousands of people lined the streets over the weekend for the Florida Puerto Rican Parade and Festival.
Coming up, the important message organizers were hoping to send to this energetic crowd.
And next, the services that thousands of veterans in Central Florida now have access to thanks to this clinic, 3 years in the making. It's 5:50.
In this morning's GMA First Look, Rise and Shine Philadelphia. In the heart of the city, there's a contagious camaraderie found at Mustang Barbershop.
It's a fun experience. You just come in here and be yourself.
But the barbers behind the clippers are actually high school students. The shop inside Dobbins Technical High School.
We are the only barbershop program within our city. Our students can actually walk out being an entrepreneur.
On top of learning about tapers and fades, these students are also giving back.
Dobbins just went to Enon Tabernacle Baptist Church on Saturday, and we gave haircuts there. If you give a student a career, you're giving them an opportunity. The sky's the limit.
And coming up at 7 a.m., we're honoring the people making it happen. With your GMA First Look, I'm Janae Norman, ABC News, Philadelphia.
10 people are now recovering this morning after a shooting at a venue in Sanford.
At the top of the 6 o'clock hour, what deputies have revealed about a teenager who is now facing charges related to this.
And we're tracking the severe weather back to the west of us, that holding there. I want to track when we'll get a few showers and warmer, hotter temps on the way. It's 5:57.